My name is Randy Freels. Full name is Randy Scott Freels Jr. I've been told I have a very country music star name. I've only been in Austin for a little over 3 years now. Moved here from Chicago, just wanted to get out of the winter. Winters suck. It's real cold. Doesn't solve anything. This is way harder than I expected. But like, it was fun. Like, that's all it was. What's up, Josh? About art. I love doing watercolor and just appreciating other people's art. I like VHS movies of all kinds. I'm sure you saw I have that huge collection in my room. And I'd say one of the biggest things I'm passionate about is friends and family. Very emotional person, very caring person. The other day, I actually got to witness my sister get her white coat ceremony for a pharmacy school. I couldn't be there, obviously, so they had a live stream of it, and I watched it, and it was so awesome to like witness that experience. And like, I'm not gonna lie, I definitely cried like seeing my younger sister put on this white coat, and it was the most amazing experience. And it was so funny because as I'm watching it, you could kind of see her like try to get one of her arms in, and she's like struggling a little bit, and like as I'm like tearing up, I'm like, Lauren, like, you're so silly. I call her later after the ceremony, and she was like laughing at herself. She's like, did you see me struggle to get the coat on? And I was like, yes, and I laughed at you, and that was great. Obviously skateboarding, man. I've been skating for, what did I say, like 18 years, 15 years, somewhere in that range. Just started playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, and I've always had just like a random skateboard that I just butt-boarded around on, and then started playing Tony Hawk skateboarding and just play it till I'd beat every character. And then they would play their videos afterwards, and I'd be like, whoa, this is what skateboarding is. And I remember watching the first actual like skateboard video I've ever saw. It's called Rodney Mullen versus Daewon Song. And they do the craziest, gnarliest things that I could never imagine you could do on a skateboard. Being like 13, 14 years old, finally rolling around and like being able to ollie here and there. Seeing that and I'm like, oh no, now this is skateboarding. Anything you do on a board is skateboarding. Like, you can freestyle, you can street skate, you can vert skate. It's all skateboarding. There's a really good way to think about it sometimes when like, especially younger kids, if they have like struggling family lives, it's a way to like deal with it, you know? Like, you get out of the house, so you're not around anything that's negative going on, or like, you're not thinking about the troubles at that point while you're skating. You're having a good time. You're with some friends. You meet the coolest of people who like take you in under their wing, you know. And that's the one thing I love about skateboarding is that like the people that you meet like are amazing. I've had a really good experience, especially when I first moved here. It was probably like 3 to 4 months. I moved here with a girlfriend at the time. We lived in a studio apartment, and like I went skating and I met some really cool people. And like, yeah, 3 or 4 months later, she was just like, I'm not feeling it. Like we're gonna have to split. And I'm like, okay, so what does that mean? She's like, can you get your stuff out of here as soon as possible? And I was just like, okay, I guess I'm gonna go couch surf for a while. And like when I met those guys skateboarding, like these 2 guys that I'm really good friends with to this day, and like kind of just split off. Like they both have like a wife and kids and like professional like jobs teaching and stuff, so it's a lot harder to like actually hang out with them. But like they both were like, dude, if you need a place to crash, like I got you as long as you need. Like I got a couch, I got a blow up mattress, like here, do your thing. And I am very grateful for that situation. Like if it wasn't for them, I don't know where I would be right now. And in the long run, everything worked out fine. But that's the thing that I love about skateboarding. It's just you meet the nicest of people, the silliest of people, like the whole spectrum, you know? Like it's just awesome. And you're pretty much a family. Like you understand skateboarding's culture and you are passionate about it, and everyone just like gets along and loves each other and just like has a good time. Like it's all fun, you know? Like no one's competing with anyone. It's great. Whatever you want to do on a skateboard, do it on a skateboard. Have fun. Like that's the main part, is just like have fun. And that's what I think about every time. Like if you're not having fun, go home. Like at that point, it's not worth it. But yeah, I love skateboarding. It's a whole thing. You know, one of the things that like really made me stick with skateboarding is that like going back to like there being no rules is like I grew up my entire life playing like baseball and was pretty decent at it. And then it got to be about like sophomore year in high school, and it just was like way too competitive. Like everybody was like cutthroat about like winning. I'm like, nope, I'm done. I'm just gonna stick to skateboarding because it's fun and I don't have to worry about anybody else but myself here. And like it's such a like non like team sport, but having so many friends that do it, it's like I was saying earlier, it's family. Like you're not competing with each other, you're like thriving and pushing each other to, you know, learn and helping them do new tricks. And like it's a great feeling, like being with all those people and learning something new and just sitting around laughing, being stupid, you know, like do whatever you want. And just like growing up skateboarding as well, like obviously starting out like 12 or 13 years old, body being, you know, not afraid and less fragile and just rubber. You just kind of bounce off of everything when you fall. Just like not having any worries in the world and just like going down the biggest things. And like I remember when I was like in middle school and I was like really starting to peak when it came to skateboarding, and like I was doing frontside flips down a 9-stair. A frontside flip is a kick flip and a frontside 180 turn. One motion down 9 stairs, and just eating it and then breaking my board, and then having a buddy be like, here, you can use my board. And one try, I just like it didn't land right, and somehow the board bounced up and the truck just hit me right across the bridge of my nose. Didn't really hurt, but I felt it hit. I'm laying on the ground and I'm just laying there like, oh gosh. My buddy goes, your nose is bleeding. I'm like, what? No, it's not. And I just like wipe like this, and I'm like, oh great. And just like take a shirt and just like apply as much pressure as I possibly can. And luckily it wasn't that bad. It just was just a nice cut right across my nose, and didn't need stitches or anything, but it was a little gnarly. And like now it's just like to roll around and like ride bowls and transition. Like I'm not jumping down anything big. Like my body just, I know it's gonna get hurt and I can't afford to get hurt. Like I just want to have fun and just roll around and go fast. That's all it is at this point. We can talk about all the injuries. None of them been too crazy. So 4-foot ledge, and then we put like a trash can next to that. So we were trying to do tricks over the trash can down the drop. And I was trying to kick flip and the board didn't flip right. So I kicked the board out. The board hit the trash can, came up and just goes whack, hits me just like this. Had braces at the time. So my lip was all cut up and like huge and swollen, and that like skin that like connects your lip to your gums ripped in half. My cartilage is permanently crooked right now because of it. And yeah, but I went to the doctor and the doctor goes, "Have you broken your nose before?" And I'm like, "No." And he goes, "You definitely have broken it once before this." And I was like, "That's news to me." Didn't know that happened. Countless rolled ankles, like just so swollen that like couldn't like walk on it. Hello. I re-broke my arm skateboarding. I broke it originally playing baseball, got hit with a baseball and it cracked, hairline fractured. The day I got my cast off, I like went skating and I like fell and I went to go like pick myself up and my arm just like gave out. And I was like, "Mom, gotta go back to the hospital." So that was always fun. Oh, the worst, broke my finger. This bone, like knuckle, right at the corner right there. I didn't think it was broken because it didn't hurt. I could bend it and like everything felt fine, but it was always crooked and swollen and never went down. After a couple months, and my roommate was like, "Dude, go to the emergency room. You broke your finger." I'm like, "I'm fine." Never went down. I was like, "Yeah, I guess I should probably go to the emergency room now." And get there and they're like, "Usually broken fingers aren't that bad, but you literally broke it in the worst spot." And I was like, "Awesome." So I had an external rod like outside of my finger here, like that long outside my finger. That was gnarly. I couldn't bend these 3 fingers for 3 months. Anything I did right-handed, I had to hold with only my pointer and thumb, and that was a very big challenge. Cooking, like trying to hold a pan, try and cook, and I was like, all right, I guess I'm gonna go left-handed now. Yeah, that was gnarly. I think one of the oddities that actually didn't. I had a really, like, honestly, looking back at it, I probably didn't even appreciate the time that I had with my family. Like I had a great family life, and I know that's a very rare thing to happen for a lot of people. They were always supportive of me, like no matter what I wanted to do. Whether it was like sports, skateboarding, academics, like whatever I wanted to do, they're like, "Cool, don't kill yourself, as long as you're healthy and like you're happy, like do it, So I got fortunate with that. But I mean, that being said, like I've witnessed it through other friends. So like being able to recognize that and like being humble and just like, helping those people in need. And like, I feel like not even just with like family life stuff, I've always been someone that people have gone to just to like talk about whatever they're going through. And weird thing was I was at a Goodwill one day with a friend, and they were looking for like a Zodiac book or something along the lines of like, who you are based on your Zodiac sign and all this stuff. And we found this one, and it was kind of cheesy, but I was reading like from my Zodiac as a Leo. It said something along the lines of like, you feel happy when you're helping and listening to others. And I like never really thought about it, and I was like, this is actually really accurate. Like, I never thought that it would actually make me happy, but like I do enjoy helping and I do enjoy listening and like just talking to people, and just very passionate about my like close friends and family. Like, straight up told one of my good friends that lives in Chicago, who he's, you know, a young black man in Chicago during this whole thing that's going on, like, straight up told him, I was like, dude, I would do anything, literally take a fucking bullet for you. And like got emotional and like broke down, and I was like, you're my best friend that I've ever had, like, period. Like, I love you, I love your art, you do some awesome stuff, keep on doing it, and if you ever need anything, call me as soon as possible. I don't know, just who I've always been, just loving and caring person, no matter who it is. It could be my biggest enemy, and, you know, like, if you were on your last leg, I'd, you know, help you out. Man, the other day I was coming back from the gas station by apartment, and I was walking through our parking lot in the complex, and this guy comes up with no shirt on. He's like, I have my backpack and whatever, and he goes, hey man, do you have an extra shirt? And I was like, no, I don't. And I was just like looking at my shirt and like just straight up took the shirt off my back and gave it to this guy, and it was like this vintage like Nike like Air Jordan shirt from like the 90s. And I was like, I want you to know this is a vintage Jordan Nike shirt. And he like did not give a fuck, but I was just like, here you go, dude, it's just a shirt. And he's like, thank you, I'm gonna be able to get on the bus now. And he's like, do you have any extra water? And I was like, no, I don't have any water on me. And then I was like, I opened up my wallet and I had like $2. I was like, here you go, dude, go get some water at the gas station right there. And yeah, just like helping people. Makes you feel good. It just also, like, why not, you know? Yeah. Like, if you're not helping someone or not, you're not like why, there's no time in this world to like be mad. Like, it doesn't solve anything.